What's happening? Welcome to Killer Gameplayz. This is the second part of Tibetan Winter Remake 2014. And there is actually 3 parts. First thing we'll do is throw the switch. There's a bronze statue head up here. We need to get the snow gun out, and with this TRLE you have to look at the object, and that one worked out pretty good, but it drops this floor here where we can get a blue rose, and we'll come into this next area. There's a whole underwater area here. Just a whole bunch of stuff to do down there. Here's some more ammo. And there's 10 golden skulls in this area. In this second part. So we'll start the whole thing out. We'll get a gold skull. Plus, you might have noticed there's a tightrope we need to walk across so we can get to an upper balcony. So this will be the way we do that. We're going to drop over here and shimmy to the left. All the way around. And the third part, it's probably, I'd say, not as quite as long as this. It's probably about a 30-minute level. But actually thought this was a 2-part TRLE. Kind of glad there's another part. This part here is quite intricate though. There's a lot going on. So we'll get ready here and do this long tightrope walk. And I've kind of figured out a secret with her. I mean, over all the TRLEs I've done, if you'll, when she slows down to teeter, if you'll just give her about 2 or 3 seconds, then press forward again, she usually does pretty good. Matter of fact, we'll see if we can get her not to even teeter left or right. So far, so good. So when she slows down, just give her a few seconds. It speeds up the process a lot. And this is a pretty good shot for a thumbnail. I think I'll use it. Jump over to these rocks, and we need to shimmy left over to an edge so we can get up on the upper balcony of this building over here. And I hope everybody's doing good. I did end up changing my domain for killergameplayz.net to www.killergameplayz.ga. You'll see it in the thumbnails at the beginning and end of the level. That lever there opens a door beneath us. So we'll jump down to this edge here. It's actually a free domain, which I really like. Plus I live in Georgia, so GA, it works out real well. Alright, we have an aqua lung here. We're fixing to get in the water, and that'll give us endless oxygen in the water. Shoot this crate. Here's another golden skull. That's the second one, of course. And we'll check this chest here. I believe there's flares in here. As soon as we pick this up, the hatch will drop, and we are prepared to be underwater. Unlimited oxygen, so we're good. We got a color tile puzzle up here and a switch. First thing we can do is grab an apple over here. Very huge area, a lot going on, and she likes to get stuck in here on these corner tiles. A lot of corner tiles in this the designer put in here. Here's another gold skull. And we're going to start looking for 3 switches. I know there's one over here in this area. I guess it's a little higher up. So when you come in, go over to the left, and it's right here. And we're looking to open that door right there. Next one, we'll just swim straight out over to the left. And it'll be on the right. Switch number 2. And also, keep this chest in mind right behind us. We will be back here. We're going to drain most of the water in here. So we'll have to come back. Trying to remember what's in there. It may be a gold skull, I think. Alright, here's the 3rd lever. And there we go. That door's right here to the right. So we'll keep going. We're going to go over to the left, down to a switch puzzle. Like I said, this TRLE is just a puzzle TRLE. So not really any enemies in here so far. Just works on your brain, makes you think, which is cool. I like doing all different kinds of TRLEs. Kind of swap it up. And we'll get a flyby here. The switches will raise and lower blocks below the glass. There's a glass floor. And what we need to do is walk over a green tile and 4 blue tiles without crossing the green tile again. So I'll show you how to do that. And here is an artifact we need to get to in this area. Pick up this piece of paper. Rules: stone plate uses switches to raise and lower the tiles below. Step on 4 blue tiles without passing the green tile in between to get the artifact. Exactly what I said, but so we'll start on the left side. We're going to pull the 1st and 3rd one. All the switches are up. So we'll just do this with an overhead view. You can use the look button and navigate a little bit better, but it's just the first and third on this side, and the second and fifth on this side. And you can see the boxes moving below. That's going to give us a clear path to get to the artifact. But before we mess with that, we're going to go over here and we can get a gold skull. Plus we have to open the door to be able to access the artifact. So we'll jump up on these columns on the top. Get another gold skull. Cool. Not going to really bother keeping up with the numbers on those. I know there's 10 we're going to eventually get. So, but of course we've got a sloped ceiling over to the left. We need to angle and use the action button to slide in. And the other button is straight ahead. So we'll do the same thing. We'll jump to these upper columns here. Jump around the arch, veer to the left, and use the action button, which is not easy to do. I practiced this level pretty good to try to get it fluent, but finally the door's open here. So we'll use the action button and climb up a little bit, ease over to the left and drop down. So we're all set here. We'll pass the one green tile and we'll hit 4 of these blue tiles and the door will open for us to get to the artifact, which will be up this ladder. And here's the artifact, and we'll get a screenshot of where we're going to. We'll be back in the submerged courtyard, so we'll head back that way. So we got one more part for this TRLE, like I was saying, and I'm probably going to jump back over to my other channel, Premiere Playthroughs. I'm right in the middle of doing a walkthrough for Dead Space. I like doing both. I like doing TRLEs here and some of the newer games on the other channel. So welcome to go over there and check it out if you're into that. Here is the screenshot we got. If you look over to the right, there's a tunnel we can swim through, and we'll hit this lever. It's easy to get stuck on these doors. I don't know what goes on with that, but something with the texture. But we'll swim around and up, and we can place the artifact on this pedestal. Yet again, got another gold skull here. And we're going to hit a switch here that's going to drain the water, most of the water, in the courtyard. And we'll exit out of here. We'll get a big cutscene, kind of giving you a glimpse, overall view of the whole courtyard out here. Check it out. It's pretty cool. Got a block we can raise. Got some puzzle pieces we need to move. Need to lower those blocks. And then up here, of course we passed it earlier, but it's the color tile puzzle up here that will reveal a chain to lower the puzzle pieces. So we got the water drain in this area, and you can't walk through here. Her head hits the top, the ceiling. Plus there's all kinds of jagged corner tiles that try to mess you up. So I just crawl through here. And before we jump down, we're actually going to angle jump over to the left. So I get positioned here. I'm going to jump over to this column. It's easier to do it now, get it over with. And we're going to work our way over to that treasure chest I showed you earlier. These puzzle pieces will have to be shifted around to open the door a little bit later. Then we'll just jump over here, grab this edge and shimmy around to the right. For another skull, I believe. Yep, okay. We'll run over this corner here. And we need to swim down here. There is a blue rose down here under the glass tile floor. Since it's lowest, we'll go ahead and get it done. Before I forget about it. And we'll swim back up here. Now there is an underwater lever here that's going to raise this block. We're going to need that, but there's one more thing we need to do. There's a switch we can hit that's going to lower a rope. As what we need to do is work our way up to that color tile puzzle, and she's pretty finicky here. Actually, you can just go back over here and pull up. A lot of slanted tiles and corner tiles here to mess you up. So we need to find our path to work our way all the way to the top. There's a silver key behind us. It's behind some bars. We need to let the bars down. So now that we've dropped the rope here and raised the block, we need to try to grab this rope and we can swing forward. There's a jump switch. It's kind of hard to see it. Boom, got it. So now that we've lowered the bars, that's, like I said, the silver key is just straight ahead. Of course, you'll slide back off. And the silver key will be on this pedestal. We're going to need this key to drop some platforms, be able to get up where we're trying to get. So we'll start working our way up here. And what we want to do now, we just want to go straight ahead when you pull up here. We're going to use the roof of this building to access a space we can pull up right here. So this is your way up. And here we want to backflip. Use the action button and grab. And we can jump ahead here and use that silver key. That raised those platforms. Be a good place to save here. We can run across the corner here. And I believe there's a slope or a platform we can jump to. Outcrop. Just going to jump over to the left. Use action and grab, shimmy over to the right. So we'll hit this switch. Like I say, man, I mean, this ain't the easiest TRLE. Just because there's no enemies doesn't mean it's not challenging. That drops some ropes. So, I mean, the ropes are challenging as well. We'll drop down. We have to swing from this rope to another one. So we'll get lined up here. And we need to swing forward and grab the roof up here. Cool. All right. And just keep working our way up. We don't want to overshoot this jump, so we'll back up. And finally get up here to this tile puzzle. The whole reason we're doing this is to pull a chain to lower the puzzle pieces down below us so we can move them. This will lower one of the tiles so we can complete the puzzle. It will lower a column to reveal a chain. So we'll start with the red, jump to the orange, then we're going to jump over to the yellow. And turn around, jump straight forward to the green, then to the blue, sky blue, here we want to jump to the purple, then to the dark blue, and finally to the white one. And you'll see straight ahead a column lowered, and there's our chain. It's going to lower those blocks where we can move the pieces. Cool. Getting it done. Killer Gameplayz style. Jump forward. This is actually the easiest way to get down. And we can jump down to this walkway here. There's a hint over here. We'll just check it real quick. The flower symbol on the push-pull has to match with the symbol on the wall above. Each piece has to be pushed on the wooden tile at the end of the bridge. So we'll check this particular picture here. It looks like a blue flower with green leaves around the edge. First thing we're going to do is push this one and push it over to the left, because the one on the right needs to go behind us. And I'm not going to speed this puzzle up. I see a lot of people try to speed these up at slow parts of the game like this, but I believe that you need to see it all. So, and here's the one with the correct flower. I mean, it's part of the game. Speaking of the other channel, I've got the domain I had for killergameplayz.ga. The one for my other channel is www.premiereplaythroughs.ga. I got all those through freenom.com, and I also got one for my music channel. So we'll get a screenshot of that. Will actually raise that puzzle piece, and there's a hatch, ceiling hatch we need to drop. So we'll check this picture. This one's a pink flower with green leaves around the edge. I just couldn't justify paying $60–70 a year for .com. It's just when this works just as well. And the main reason I have a website for my pages is for Google, the analytics. It just helps your page to be more official if you have a website to connect, to link it to. And YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook are my main pages, plus my website. So there again, we push this puzzle piece on. It will raise this pillar up. Got this one good to go. 2 more to go. The one to the right needs to go straight ahead. We'll double check this picture. Looks like a red color with green around the edges. There we go. There is a place down below us for a music scroll. There's a harp down there, and that screenshot we keep getting, that ceiling grating will drop down. The goal in that area is to get the music scroll, play the harp to open up another door. So the last one, we know exactly where it goes. And finally that grating will drop. So we'll jump back down here. And we're going to go over to the right. Down lower is the door we opened. Plus it raised a block too, I believe. Go over to the left. There's some flares here. I'm not sure if the next part has any dark areas. This particular part, we've been picking up flares along the way. I haven't played the third part yet, but I would assume there's some dark areas is why we're picking up flares. So we're going to jump forward, spin, jump up and grab, and get to this jump switch. Keep the action button pressed, grab and shimmy around, and we'll backflip and spin like we know what we're doing. This one here is a little more tricky. We have to drop on the other side without going too far to slide forward to get a skull. Oop. See, I wasn't quite far enough there. Let's try it again. Jump forward, spin, grab. And we'll go just a little further. There's a slope platform on the other side. So we want to hang close to the wall Right here should work. Jump forward. And here's a golden skull. We'll drop into an area that's gated. We can just jump on the floor. It's not enough damage to worry about, but this switch will open the gate. And we can look in this treasure chest as the music scroll. So now that we got that, we'll go out to the left and just drop in the water. And go straight ahead. Use the music scroll, play the harp for a second, and open the doors over to the left. Play that funky music, white girl. Alright. Over to the right. So we got some elevators in this room. We're trying to get to the top of this building. There is another golden skull here. Whatever that makes, 7 or 8 so far. Goal is 10 of them. We'll get on this one and start going up. And we need to jump to this roof over here to the left. Then there's another elevator over here. Kind of tough to get to it. We're going to jump, press forward, over to the left. There we go. It will go up. As soon as this one stops, we'll get a full run and jump to the next one. Just let the elevator carry us up. A lot going on in this part. A lot to do. Had to play through it several times. Alright, we got another crate we can bust. Another golden skull. And we need to find right here to jump up. Best thing to do is just jump a few times. Eventually she'll grab. Got another crate here. I believe there's an apple here. Yep. And we'll go over here to the left. There's a golden Buddha. We'll pick it up. See what it does. Alright, that actually raises the bars where we put that fan. You might remember at the end of the last video, that raised those bars up, so we can't go back out that way. Which hence is why we have to do the third part. Alright, got some bronze statue heads we need to bust. There's one. There's one behind us. There we go. And then one over to the left. We'll go ahead and bust this box. There's another skull in there. And we have to kind of be somewhat lined up so she'll shoot. There we go. In the right direction. So you have to be facing it and looking at it pretty close to be able to hit it. And that actually lowered another pillar to reveal a key, a gold key. But before we leave, also we can bust this crate. There's a blue rose behind us over to the left. Need to grab this torch. And we need to light the 2 torches next to the door to lower the bars to be able to get the blue rose before we end this second part. These flames won't burn you up. Just jump to it. So we're back out to that courtyard we started at. Light this torch and the other one, and lower the gate to get the blue rose. Cool. Should have 9 blue roses and all the skulls now. So we'll go over to the left, use the gold key, and we'll end this part of this TRLE. So I hope you enjoyed it, and come on back. Thanks for tuning in. Come on back and watch the third part of this TRLE, and we'll finish it up. And you're watching Killer Gameplayz. Y'all take it easy.